All right, here we have a couple of lured mark roundings, and I think there's a lot of kind of good things to notice here. One, the boat that's currently rounding the mark right now, the crew does a really good job of anticipating that they got to get up on the rail and make sure they're hiking around the mark. And this basically allows the skipper to kind of get into the boat and trim the main as hard as they can as they round the mark. So that's a really good rounding right there. This rounding here, we just have the jib. We can see how the jib is a little bit too tight just before we round the mark. You can tell that the skipper's trying to head up to get around the mark, and if the jib is just over trimmed, it makes actually rounding the mark a little bit harder. And if it's really windy, you want to be mindful of having the jib that trimmed in, because it makes it difficult to, it's easy to kind of get blown over around the lured mark. Here these guys have a nice mark rounding there. The other thing to think about, and it's a little bit to the next level, that's another good rounding, is as the boat's trying to round the mark, you want to make sure that you're never having the boat heel to windward as you're trying to round the mark. If you do that, it's really hard to have an effective lured mark rounding. Couple other mark roundings here. People are doing a good job of not overlapping the boats in front of them, which is good.